Over the last decade, Oklahoma has been used to top flight quarterback play. And of course, Baker Mayfield can't stay on campus forever. Cameron Rising was supposed to be the heir apparent eventually. Graham Dudley joins us from Crimson and Cream Machine with some unfortunate news over the last 24 hours.
That's right, Mark. Good to be back. Yeah, Cameron Rising has been committed to Oklahoma since August of 2016. Lincoln Riley really wrapped up that quarterback recruitment really early on in the process, and it looked like Cameron Rising was going to be our 2018 guy. And then yesterday, it turns out that Rising went ahead and flipped to Texas to play under new Texas head coach Tom Herman. Now, this is surprising for several reasons. One of them being that Rising attended Oklahoma's spring game just a couple weeks ago and really seemed to enjoy himself. And though he has been keeping his options open, so to speak, the general consensus was that his options were kind of dwindling in terms of where he would go if he was going to move. And so Oklahoma fans were really feeling pretty solid about Rising's commitment. And they felt even more solid when Casey Thompson, who plays just up the road from Oklahoma in Moore, he committed to Texas just last week, I believe. So Texas had its quarterback, Oklahoma had its quarterback, and it looked like any potential interest that Rising may have had in Herman or Texas, that door probably would have closed with Thompson's commit. Well, not so much as it turns out. And now that leaves people saying, well, obviously, well, what's the next move for the Sooners? Well, the obvious first thought would be, maybe we can get Casey Thompson, who is Oklahoma's legacy. His brother Kendall played at OU just a couple seasons ago, and a lot of Sooners fans thought that he was kind of the first choice quarterback for the 2018 class just because of that lineage. But now we're saying, well, can we get him to flip from Texas to Oklahoma, do a little quarterback trade, so to speak? It turns out that Casey Thompson was not blindsided by this news. From all indications, the coaching staff was very upfront with him about the possibility, and then the actual happening that Rising was thinking about and then did flip. And so Thompson says he's comfortable with having two quarterbacks on staff and fighting for that job. Still, I think he has to like the idea of coming into a class with no quarterbacks currently in it. And the Sooners contacted Thompson as soon as the news came out, and undoubtedly will be working on him as things move forward. There's also a quarterback commit up at Oklahoma State named Spencer Sanders, who the Sooners are reportedly interested in as well. So those are going to be the first two guys to take a look at, but if neither one pans out, if they're both happy where they're at, then the Sooners are going to have to get busy and get a quarterback on board as soon as possible.
We actually had a conversation with Spencer Sanders just about a month ago, so you can check that out right here on Mark Rogers TV. And he talked about the Oklahoma State selection. Cameron Rising, the seventh-rated pro-style quarterback, number 16 recruit out of the state of California, which is, of course, tradition-rich and rich in talent as much as anybody in the country. Tom Herman, of course, has the chic appeal right now and going to Texas, and because of what he accomplished at Houston and with an offensive scheme there at Ohio State, the Oklahoma situation more established and stable with Bob Stoops in place, but the recruiting classes have been exceptional, especially this past season. Graham Dudley from Crimson and Cream Machine helping us break down the latest announcement from Cameron Rising, top-rated pro-style quarterback out of California. Graham, we appreciate you coming on, breaking down the news for us.
Anytime, Mark.